Hi, welcome everyone. So today's program is to demonstrate the use of an external interrupt to toggle an LED on or off. We'll use switches as an external interrupt. Whenever the switch is pressed, the LED will be turned or off. So if it is already on, it will be turned off. If it is off, it will be turned on. So here we are using this external interrupt concept. So for LPC 1768, we have a interrupt controller, separate interrupt controller called as NVIC, Nested Vector Interrupt Controller. So we use this NVIC. So we need to configure this NVIC. So before this, we need to how many interrupts we have in LPC 1768. What are the related registers we need to configure? So here in LPC 1768 we have four external interrupts EINT0, EINT1, EINT2, EINT3. That is external interrupt 0, external interrupt 1, 2, 3. So this external interrupt 0 is pin number port 2.10, port 2.11, port 2.12, port 2.13. So these are the interrupt pins. So as you know that, so these pins can be used as in different functionalities. So here it can be used in different functionalities. Port 2.10 pin can be used as GPIO pin, external interrupt pin, or NMI pin. So here it can be used in three different functionalities. To change this functionality, we need to select this pin select function as 1. So we need to configure this pin select register. So this interrupts are connected like this. So we know that so for any interrupt we have an ISR for every interrupt service routine. So generally, so it will be running a main program, normal application will be running. When an interrupt occurs, so it will stop the normal execution of programming and it jumps to the ISR corresponding to that interrupt. So after completing the ISR, it will come back to the normal program which was running earlier. So here we have four interrupts. So interrupt pins are connected like this. So as I told, here in this program we are using two switches. So whenever the switch is pressed, the LED will be turned on. So using these switches, we are triggering the external interrupts. So we have two switches used in this hardware kit. So switch number 22 and switch number 23. So whenever the switches are pressed, the corresponding external interrupt will be triggered and the program will be executed. ISR will be executed. So here are a few registers we need to configure before we use this external interrupts. Pin select. So we need to configure this pin as external interrupt, that is pin select register. Next we have external interrupt register. So this is EXTINT is a interrupt flag register which contains the interrupt flags for interrupt 0, interrupt 1, interrupt 2 and interrupt 3. So for each interrupt we have a flag. So that flag is in this interrupt flag register. Next is external interrupt mode register EXTMODE. So this is used to trigger the interrupts at level triggering or edge triggering. Next, we have one more register, external interrupt polarity register. External interrupt polarity register. So here a polarity. So if you are using an edge triggered interrupt, so is it a falling edge or rising edge? If you are using a level trigger interrupt, level trigger mode, uh, then it can be an active high level or active low level interrupts. To select this, we have these registers. External interrupt flag register. So we have four flags as I told, EINT1, EINT2, EINT3 and EINT0. So bit number 0 is for EINT0. These are the flags. So whenever an interrupt is occurred, so this corresponding flag will be set to 1. Steps to configure. First we'll select this pin select register. Next we will clear the pending interrupts. First we need to clear the pending interrupts. So whatever the interrupt is running, we need to stop that interrupt and we'll start the new interrupt. Next we'll configure the external interrupt as edge or level triggered in ext mode register. Next, we will configure this polarity of this interrupt using this ext polar register. Finally, we'll enable the interrupt. NVIC enable IRQ with a number. So with interrupt number. Next, we'll see the working of program. So here, as we know that we need to include our LPC 1768 hex files. So we have included this hex files. Next, we'll define few things. So this 22 and 24 are used as pin select bits, bit number 22 and bit number 24. So we need to make this bits as high to make this port pins. To make this port pins, that is P2.11 and P2.12 as an external interrupt pin. Next, we have connected LEDs. Whenever the switch is pressed, the LED should be turned on or off. So the LEDs are connected to pin number 25 and pin number 26 of port 1. So these two pins should be made as output pins. Next, we will give this external interrupt bit 1 and bit 2. We'll set these bits. These are these two bits, 1 and 2. Next, external interrupt mode 1, mode 2. So that is for external interrupt mode bit 1 and mode bit 2. So to select the modes, that is it's triggered or level triggered. For external polarity setup, we have used these two lines. So this for polarity changes. So these are the two interrupt programs. So this is the interrupt program for first interrupt. So this is the interrupt program for second interrupt. External interrupt 1, external interrupt 2. So these are the two programs we have written. So in this main program, so whenever the switch is pressed, this external interrupt program will be run. That is, these are the two ISR, interrupt service routines. So we'll see that interrupt service routines later. So first we'll see what is the main program, how we need to configure. So these are some definitions. We have defined the pin numbers. So here we'll configure that. First we'll configure the external interrupts. Main program starts with int main, flower bracket. Next, so as we know that we need to add our system initialization function. We'll add the system initialization function. Next, we need to configure these things. So as I told in steps, first we need to clear the pending interrupts. So we are clearing this pending interrupts by using this line. Next, in this line, we'll configure the P2.11 and P2.12 as external interrupt pins. So using this external interrupt pins, we are configuring. So we are using this pin select register 4. Next, we'll select the mode, edge triggered or level triggered. So in this program, we are using this edge triggered program. So this is for interrupt 1, this is for interrupt 2. Next, in this line, we'll select the polarity. So we are selecting the polarity. So here we are setting it as falling edge. So that's why this external polar 1, external polar 2 is set to 1. Next, so we are using two LEDs. So these LEDs should be made as output pins. So to make it as output pin, direction register in the particular pin should be made as 1. So if it is 0, it can be act as input pin. By default, it will be input pin. So to make it as output pin, we need to send 1. Finally, so we'll set this FIO pin is equal to 0, 0. That is, so all the pins are set to 0, 0 of FIO pin of GPIO1. So GPIO1, all the outputs will be 0. That is, LEDs will be off initially. Next, we have enabled the NVIC, that is interrupts. So interrupts are enabled by using this line. So we will call this function. NVIC enable IRQ EINT1-IRQN. So this will enable the interrupt 1. So this next line will enable the interrupt 2, external interrupt 2. So whenever an external interrupts are occurred, so these two lines will be run, and correspondingly it will jump to the ISR. So in the main program we are not doing anything. So that's why in a while loop we are not doing anything. So this is a comment. So we'll end the program. So whenever the external interrupt is occurred, so this will jump to the corresponding ISR. So for whenever the interrupt 1 occurs, so that is whenever I press the switch, interrupt 1 switch, so that will generate an interrupt. So interrupt service routine 1 will be executed. This one. So in this interrupt service routine, we have written that first, whenever an interrupt is occurred, a flag is set to 1. Corresponding flag is set to 1. So that flag should be made clear. So first line will clear this interrupt flag. Next, we will toggle the LED. So as I told, whenever the LED is on, so we will make it off when once I press the switch. So if I press once again, it will be turned on. If it is turned on, so if I press, it will be turned off. If it is turned off, when I press the switch, it will be turned on. That is, the LED will be toggled. So to toggle the LED, we have written this instruction. So that is GPIO1. So FI open is used to write the value to the that port. So in that port LED1 is connected to pin number 25. So this pin number 25 is set to 1. So here we have used this OR XOR symbol. Here we have used this XOR symbol. So XOR symbol is used for toggling. Same like external interrupt 1, we have written external interrupt 2. So the changes is we have used this EINT1, here it is EINT2. And here LED 1 is turned on or turned off in external interrupt 1. In external interrupt 2, so we are turning on or off LED 2. So these are the two lines. So in this also, first we'll clear the interrupt, then we'll toggle the light. So we'll write this program in our Keel Microvision IDE. To write the program, first in the Keel Microvision, we'll go to project, new Microvision project. We'll give a name, EXT, project name I have given EXT. So we'll select LPC 1768 as our device. So select OK. We'll add the startup file. So you can see that startup file is added. So next we'll add a new file. We'll write the program. When the program is written, so we'll save the file ext dot with an extension .c. Next we'll add this program to our source group, add ext.c. So if ext.c is not visible, .c files are not visible, so select here .c. We'll add this. So again we need to add one more file, that is system file. So that will be added. Next we need to check for this options for target. It is right click on options for target or this symbol. So here select output and click on create hex file. Next we'll build the file. So if you have any errors or warnings, so it will be shown. So here we don't have any errors or warning. So the hex file is also created. To send this hex file to our hardware kit, so we need to go with FlashMagick. In the FlashMagick, select the device LPC1768 COM port. The COM port can be seen in Device Manager under this ports, that is COM3. So we'll select this as COM3. Baud rate is 9600. Interface is ISP none. oscillator frequency is 12 megahertz. So we'll click on this, erase all flash code. The next, in step 3, we'll select our file. So here the file name is ext.x. So we'll select that. In step 4, verify after programming. Next, we will start. So before giving the start, we need to check this switch in the hardware kit. It should be in programming mode, and we should press the reset button. So once we start, it will program and verify and gives a message finished. So we'll see what happens in the hardware. So in the hardware kit, so you'll see these connections: USB connection, power supply connection. Next, so this switch, the switch should be in programming mode when we are sending the program. So after sending the program, we'll change it to execution mode. So we'll change it to execution mode and we'll press this reset button. So here by default these two LEDs we are taking. So these two are the switches we have taken for the interrupt switches. It is named here interrupt switches. So these two are the LEDs we are toggling that. So if for this switch press, so it will be toggled. If it is on, it will be turned off. So once I press this, so if it is on, so it will be turned off. So once again if I press, it will be turned on, off, on. So it will be turned on and turned off, on, off, off. So like this, these two internal interrupt switches are used to turn on or turn off these LEDs. Thank you.